Hey, we're getting ready to make beef tips and gravy. Oh, this is gonna be good. And we put about a tablespoon of olive oil in the pan. And we bought a package of stew meat already cut up. And we're gonna be seasoning it with salt and pepper. And we'll mix it around with our hands to get all that incorporated on this meat. Oh, these beef tips and gravy are going to be delicious. Now I think we about got it all mixed up well. Let's start putting it in the pan. Now you can just do a few at a time, but I chose to do it all at once. There isn't but about 1 1/10 pound of meat here, so I believe we'll be all right. Looking good, just a little bit longer and we'll have this all browned. Okay, I believe all sides are well browned. Looks real good and it smells really good. And those juices are going to make some awesome gravy. Now we're going to remove them from the pan and set them aside for right now. And we'll be adding them back in here in a little bit. Add a bit more olive oil, a teaspoon and a half. And we'll put in our onions. We're going to mix them around and let them cook until they're tender. And I love the smell of onions cooking. And now we add the beef back into the pan. And we're going to mix it around with this onions and all. Then we're going to add our other ingredients here, which is about 5 ounces of beef bouillon, plus 5 ounces of water, and 1 package of beef onion soup mix. Pour this all into the pan amongst the beef tips and the juices. Mix it around really good. And then we add about a teaspoon plus or minus of Worcestershire sauce. You know, I don't believe I've ever pronounced that name right, but I have pronounced it so many ways that you're bound to like one of them. Main thing is, you know what I'm talking about. And friends, I want to tell you this is smelling mighty larrapin'. Yeah, we got the lid back on it, letting it simmer about an hour and a half, and then we're going to come back. Now we're going to add another ingredient. I take 2 tablespoons of cornstarch with about a half a cup of water, mix it real good, and I'll start adding it a little bit at a time until I get the right consistency that I want on my gravy. As I add it, I'll stop, let it heat, cook a bit, see how thick it is. If it's not thick enough, I'll add a little more until I get the thickness I want. I believe it's going to be about right after it simmers for a little while. And we'll be back to check on it in about 20 to 30 minutes, see what it looks like. Now that went by fast. Oh man, it's looking good and smelling good. And I believe that gravy is perfect. Oh yeah. Just right. I wished we had smell-o-vision here. Okay, we already have mashed potatoes on the plate. We're going to add beef tips and gravy. Now I use stew meat that you find at the store already cut up to make the beef tips. Turned out perfect, tasted amazing, delicious. Now I want you to take a look at this. I have vegetables, I have my carrots, cucumber, and my beef tips, gravy, and mashed potatoes. Well, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, I hope you consider subscribing.